morning. It's April 2nd and it's approximately 10:15 hours. I've done one of two goals, and that is touch Mexico. So the next one, that way, and I'm touching Canada. Good morning, everybody. So you would have heard me talk at the wall, I suspect, and then you've seen a bunch of video without me talking, and it's kind of the plan. So I'm at mile marker, or I've hit 3 miles. It's about 11:30, and I just want to take a picture. The sign's pretty iconic, and tell you guys that today I'm just going to show you the trail. I'm not going to be talking while I'm walking. I will absolutely, once I get camp set up, I'll kind of do an exit discussion, and I'll share more with you then. But today, just enjoy the desert. And I get to say good evening. It is 10 minutes till 6. I've been here for about 50 minutes. I thought I'd show you my camp really quick. That view was from looking south. And here's my camp. I'm about 1/10 of a mile from a known camping spot, so I'm basically camped short because I heard a lot of voices and I just wanted to be on my own tonight. So there's my camp, and it's just me. Good evening, everybody. So day one, it's done. I got it in the bag. So it was 10.8 miles. Started at about 10:15 and got here at 5 o'clock. Really good day. It went really fast. So saw a naked homeless guy out on the trail, so that was within 2 miles, so I checked that off. Twisted my ankle. It's fine, but I checked that off. Heavy water carry. I did a heavy water carry. I'm not going to tell you how much yet, because my whole point was to get to here with enough water, and I've never dry camped before. So all of my camping history is hiking lake to lake. So there's always water there. Well, I've got dry camp. There's no stream. The closest one I think is 5 miles from here. That's Hauser Creek. And I was done, especially with carrying that much water. So I got here at 5 o'clock, which was kind of my goal, and did all my chores. That took about an hour. I had to call my bank, so thankfully I have cell service, because they were put an alert on my card because apparently they don't like me spending money in San Diego. But yeah, so day one is done. Feel good. Feet are tired, but I won't go into details on that unless it actually becomes a thing. So everybody have a good night, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. This is day 2. It's April 3rd. Good night last night. Good night's sleep, especially for the first night on trail. I toss and turn a lot anyways. I tossed and turned last night. Unfortunately, I really started sleeping good between 5 and 6:45 when I woke up. Woke up naturally. It's almost 8 o'clock now. Spent the last hour kind of sorting stuff out. I'll flip this around. Kind of breaking down camp and, getting coffee. I cut myself off, but I spent the last hour getting coffee, packing up. So it was really wet where I was at, and I didn't use my rain fly. So this is the bottom of my tent. All my stuff is kind of at least collected. Trying to get some stuff dry off, and then so later when it warms up, I'll have to get everything out and let it dry off some more. But the plan today is to go So I'm at 10.8. Lake Marina is at 20 point something, and that's where the burger shop is. So I'm going to definitely do that. And then I have like water decision carries to make decisions on at that point. So I don't know quite how long I'm going to go after Lake Marina, but part one is getting that 10 miles knocked out, and this is what's universally known as the first real climb of the trail, is up to Lake Marina. So I'll take you along with me. I'll talk to you later. Hello. So last night I told you I'd talk to you about water carry, just as I did yesterday. So here goes. Let you look at the trail while I'm talking. So there was a spot about 6.5 miles in to resupply, and then there wasn't another marked water for 10 miles, which is Hauser Creek, which is where I'm headed to now. So I'd already done 6.5. I was starting to get tired. It was in the afternoon. It was starting to get hot. There was also some clouds kind of brewing a little bit. I didn't think it was going to rain, but the bottom line is I wanted an option to camp early if that's what I deemed necessary. So I grabbed a total of 7 liters. So a liter of water is 2.2 pounds. So if you do the math, it was almost 15.4 pounds that I added on top of my pack. So my base weight is 18.5 pounds. My food bag was 8 pounds, so that's 25. And then I added 15 point something pounds for a total of 40, I just lost the math, over 40 pounds. That was a challenge. My pack, I think, is rated for 35 pounds anyways. And then it was moving uphill, not huge uphills, but it was going uphill. But here's my thing, is I knew that I'd be dry camping, and I've never dry camped. All the hiking that I've done, I hike lake to rivers, whatever. So there's always water, especially it being the Sierras. So I didn't really know, so I was estimating 2 liters of water just to get to camp wherever that was. I ended up drinking 1.5 liters just hiking. And then I estimated 3 pounds for camp, brushing of teeth, coffee, like that. And then drinking water while you're at camp, kind of rehydrating. And then a couple of liters for the hike for the first 5 miles until I got up to the next water source. So that's what I did. And at the end of the story, at the end of the day, anyways, at the end of the story, I used all but 3 liters. So I could have gotten away with, instead of carrying 7 liters, I could have carried 4 liters. So I don't regret it, but it was a good experience because I just didn't know, and I've run out of water before, and you don't want to. It's miserable. So I was really happy once I got to camp, but it's kind of diminishing returns. So I walked slower because the pack was heavier. So could I have used less water, walking a little bit faster to get to the same spot? I don't know. But I was done by the time I got to camp. And I'm really happy with my camp spot. It was absolutely perfect, just what I wanted for the first night. So the way today's going, I'm thinking I'm going to stop at Lake Marina and pay to sleep in the PCT hiker area of a campground. That gives me some options, and I really don't want to have to figure out a water carry today. So I just want to enjoy my evening tonight. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Here's something that you don't see, and I didn't know, but I knew about the red button. But yeah, you can push the button and search and rescue will come and find you. But it's on this road, so trail is above me. I'm still going down to Hauser Creek, but the trail right now is a road. All right, I've started my ascent. It is 11:35. I took some time, had a snack bar, and I have just under 3 liters of water. So it's 5 miles and it's about 1,200 feet. So fun story of the day. So I've fill up a liter of water, getting ready to do my second one, so I filtered it. It's now clean water in my bottle. And George, a guy I met earlier on the trail, goes, yeah, just so you know, guys, there's a dead rabbit right here, and it's in a feeder stream that was just above where I was filtering. So I'd filtered dead rabbit into my clean water bottle. So dumped all that out and then got to redo it all a little bit higher up on the stream. But, you know, stuff happens. And what you're seeing is where I'm headed up to. So it doesn't really do it justice. So that's eye level. I guess it doesn't look that bad. Coming out of Hauser Creek. Condition of the trail. This is at eye level. Still climbing. I've been climbing for just under 2 hours. So I'm 5 minutes short, but we're getting there. There's the trail. Still headed up. All good. Here's camp for tonight. There's Lake Marina. Good evening, everybody. It's 6:45. I'm in Lake Marina campground. I'm talking kind of low because it's a campground and there's lots of people around. It was a good day. A lot of uphill, and I was tired. I was originally planning on going like 2 more miles just to get over 10 miles today, but the big talk right now is today's Wednesday, April 3rd. Tomorrow we're supposed to be getting a big major storm. They're talking about snow down to 3,000 feet, and we're right now at 3,200 feet. So the next town is Mount Laguna. So some hikers are like getting trail angels to give them rides to different towns, but there really isn't one around here. There's this campground. It's a small community, so there's no places to stay or anything. Mount Laguna is 20 miles away. It looks like I'm going to be doing 10 miles a day for a while until I start speeding up. So second day in, I don't feel like getting a ride out of here. So I'll be smart. I've looked at campgrounds. There's a campground that's kind of in a valley a few miles from here, and then a few more miles. It's all relative. So worst case, I'm walking in snow and a little wet. If it gets at all sketchy, I have lots of food. I have lots of clothing. I can weather out a snowstorm that they get here. It's not going to be getting into like zeros at this elevation. And even if it is, I can handle 0-degree temperatures with the clothing that I have. So the hardest part for me will be deciding when to get dry. Like if I need to stop walking in weather and just get into my tent, I'll do that. I'm going to have to play it by ear. So next 2 days should be interesting. It's supposed to start windy and then rain or snow tomorrow, depending on who you talk to. It's also a spring storm, so nothing could happen. As far as what happened today, took a minute to get going. Finally did, and made pretty good time. That uphill I mentioned earlier, 1 mile an hour. A little disappointed in that, but heavy pack. I have a weird foot issue that it's dumb. So no blisters, no injuries, nothing like that. It's just painful. So I'm working it out, going slow. I'm listening to my body. So that's all I can do tonight. I'm going to cut it here. I will talk to everybody later.